You know, you have been talking about key success factors to succeed from a city perspective. If we just talk a little bit about challenges, what would you say are the biggest challenges, maybe for Stockholm?
Well, I think one of the challenges is clearly that I think that Stockholm. Let me take an example with Estonia, for instance. Estonia was a state that was basically born when the Soviet Union pulled back. And I think Estonians, they took a very wise decision looking at ICT as a key enabler across all sectors of society and have created a very strong platform and a very strong architecture on which different society sectors now can utilize a common framework. And I think that is one of the challenges when I look at Stockholm, that we have so much legacy in the way in which we are doing healthcare, in the way we are doing education, in the way we are setting up things. So to create that level of commonality, to really get the sort of scale effects, I think that's one of the challenges.
Do you think it will happen?
I think it has to happen.
It has to happen.
Yes. Could I take just one example? Because I have one favorite example which I have prepared here actually.
Excellent.
Most of you know what this is. This is the public transportation card. And this I can go on all public transportation in Stockholm. It works beautifully. But if I go to Uppsala, it doesn't work anymore. And if I go to London, it definitely doesn't work anymore. I think this is an example of a solution which is built from inside out, where there has been a need to sort of charge for people entering a bus or whatever. I don't want to brag too much, but if we take this, which is as personal as I am, so whenever I would have the wish to use this somewhere else than in Stockholm, I could have the wish to use this. This one works all over the place. You could discuss about roaming charges and how the cost levels, etc. But this one works. And I think that the sort of the service experience that it gives compared to this, and the cost to operate this compared to this, there are oceans in between. And this is an aspect of how you create interoperability and create platforms, which could be much more powerful across many sectors.
So we have quite some challenges ahead.
Absolutely, but basically. We're happy to help.
I'm sure you are. Erik, I know we have a question from Twitter. For Patrik.
Yes, it's very exciting actually. The Twitter flow here is amazing. I'm almost having challenges to keep up with it.
It's good. You're doing good on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. It's very interesting. One question here is regarding the development of the activities in Asia. We have a Michael Forsgren asking, please tell us about SE Asia. Are they driving development or copying? I'm assuming that means Sony Ericsson, but I'm not.
Southeast Asia. That would be my interpretation of it, at least.
A probably better one.
Let's try with that. No,
driving or copying?
I think that they are driving it in certain aspects. I think that this idea of having a strong vision about sort of having a very strong force in implementing that. I think Singapore, once again, is a good example of a country that is driving both the infrastructure dimension as well as focusing on making sure that the sort of human ability or the intellectual capital is growing in the city as well. And they are now taking a prominent position when we talk about cybersecurity, for instance, which I think is a result of that.
We're going to hear more on Singapore in just an hour or so. Well, finally, Patrik, we will have a panel here at the end of the day, and we will discuss how Europe can become even better. And on top of your lists, all the cities, what is your best advice to the European cities to thrive on top on your list?
I think that a stronger collaboration between cities would improve the situation.
So is it possible to put maybe 10 European cities on top in the future?
Hopefully so, yes. I think we have a strong industry. It has been weakened a little bit in the first phase of mobile data. But I think that we are, and I was actually in Brussels earlier this week to discuss exactly this topic around Europe in 2030. And I think
what was the conclusion?
We're still working on it. So, but I think that European Union, that's my interpretation from the day there, is that they are very much concerned about sort of lack of alignment and too slow progress. So a better means of collaboration, I think that's something which is crucial in this.
And with more collaboration, maybe we can use this public transport card everywhere.
That could be one very nice outcome of it.
Patrik Regårdh, thank you very much
for
coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.